Hey everybody, coming soon podcast, of course, Spider along with Braxton Smith. My man, what is up, bro?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, another late evening. I mean, here we are Monday night. It's been busy, man. I mean, over the weekend, of course, I was up at the Southside Slasher event again. And and yourself, man, you actually got some training going on, man. I don't know if you want to plug that in on this, but possible
Yep.
fight coming up, of course.
Yep. Some fights coming up, man. So we've been getting to it, getting some training going. I know you've been busy with you went out to see the Southside Slasher. Supposed to been Pennywise, but some things happened where he couldn't show up. But I mean, you still was able to go and kind of check it out and survive that heat because the last one we went to a week ago it was outdoors, brother. And that's I don't recommend any outdoor events in Texas, especially in the fucking summertime. So again,
Oh yeah, bro. Especially,
never
I
again.
mean, we talk about the going out there and doing upstate, up north, where it's nice and cold and where people actually enjoy fall. Because here it's like what, like a few hours out of the week and then back to summer, man.
I mean, I don't even think that I don't even think we'll see an 87, 80 degrees day no time this the rest of this year. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, bro.
Texas is doing its own thing, man. What do you think about all the fucking all since the government is kind of come out with letting us know, oh, the aliens do exist. Have you seen all those crazy ass videos on TikTok, bro?
Bro, it's
It's,
true,
it's,
man. That it's just like everything else. And personally, for me, every time the government says, "Oh, okay, we did this," it's because something else is going on.
they're
Yeah,
doing something. Yep,
it's
the
a
distraction.
distraction, man.
But
I mean, I think you know what, man. I always think about the. I was Helen. Was it Helen DeGeneres? It was one of those talk show hosts where she had created her own viral video, and it was like some TikTok dancing, and the lady fell, the apartment caught on fire, and it went viral, dude. Like everybody was talking about it, and during that interview, she had said something along the lines of how easy people get distracted, and I was just like, you know what, it is true, man, because even like today, I mean, we talked about this, man, and I was gonna plug this in earlier. It was unfortunate, of course, but the man, Paul Rubens, of course, passed away today, man, and fought cancer for 6 years. He just never spoke about it, but where everybody's talking about it now, and so I mean, not saying it's a bad thing. It's unfortunate that he did pass away, but it's just like,
right,
okay, people get distracted by memes, by something that went viral, and it's just while we're paying attention to this, something else is going on over here, man. So yeah, I think
oh
it's
man,
something else. It's just, I mean, it's just like about they talk about everybody wanting to move to move to Mars and move to the moon, and bro, I honestly feel like there's already people living in other planets, bro. I just it's like all these people that are getting convicted and going to trial, then they die, and it's like, nah, bro. Like they're going somewhere. They got money, bro. I mean,
yeah, a lot of money, man. Yeah,
so yeah, man. I mean, that's what I think about it, man. Is it true? Yeah, man. I mean, the FBI, the CIA. I mean, they funded Hollywood for many years. For a reason, dude. It's because they're controlling what films are being made or what films they want us to see because they want it to be a norm. And then when it does happen, it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we see it, been seeing it on TV for the past 30, 40 years. So we're not quite in shock, I guess. But it's a whole lot of everything, man. I mean, we can definitely turn this podcast into a conspiracy podcast, but we won't.
a conspiracy podcast, man.
Yeah,
Watch out,
man.
might hear somebody
Yeah, bro.
knocking on the door next year.
FBI. You see the, oh
Shutting
man.
you guys down. We shutting you
Yeah,
guys
bro.
down.
I should have put a censored off the air. Oh man, that would have been killer, man. Man, we should have planned that one. But yeah, bro, it's just but it's just, I mean, that's just my take. I've been on this planet for 40 plus years, man, and I mean, I've seen things, I've heard things. I mean, it's just when, like I said, when the government's, oh yeah, we did, we did do this. They admit to something, and it's like we've been accusing them for years and years and years, and by the time they finally admit to it, it's kind of like, okay, like, well, what next? We're already mad about something else, man.
All right, they need to go. Everybody that claimed to have an encounter or see something, y'all need to go break them people off because y'all made everybody in the world feel like they was crazy for so many years.
No
You know,
kidding, bro. I mean, that's true, man. It's like, what if they were to say, "Oh yeah, we have Bigfoot in the captivity, and he's real and he's out there, and we're gonna, you
we
know,
released him.
which I believe it is. I believe he is out there, bro. So who knows, man?
Man, I need to see. I got to see a clear video.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know what?
so
I saw a clip of it yesterday. I saw a few clips, but it's like, I mean, what do you think, man? You think it's real?
about Bigfoot,
What about the aliens? The aliens they have.
man. I kind of do. I mean, the universe, it has to be other creatures and beings living out there for sure. But I just kind of think that maybe they're making this stuff up or making these videos to kind of distract us on something that's
Yeah.
going to happen. So I'm kind of like 50-50. I think some videos, some of that stuff is true for sure. Um, the one that gets me is the audio call from the 911 when the couple called, the cops saying, "Hey, we got some huge fucking men out here," or something like. No, he said they're not human. They're not
Yeah.
human. So we
I
got
mean,
some.
and that, yeah, bro, because I mean, the cops have video, they have video, and it's like, okay, come on, man. Like, obviously something was out there, man. I mean,
Something was out there, bro.
and it reminds me, bro, because a lot of times when I was younger, man, like we used to lay in the back of my dad's truck at night and just stare at the sky, man, and we'd see all sorts of things, bro, like things flying, lights, and we're kind of like, what the hell is that, bro? Like, I mean, shooting stars, but I mean, there's times where the lights would go, they would stop, and they go backwards, and I'm like, okay, what kind of star does that? It's just crazy, but it's like the whole time we're here on Earth, man, there's literally like a Star war going on out there, man. Like we didn't even know about it. It's
Bro,
crazy.
what if the governments created or found a way to use like created alien crafts like UFOs and kind of like and they're like flying them, bro, just to like fuck with like fuck with us. I mean, you never know, but like I said, I do believe in some stuff, man. Believe in some things. I mean, it's a reason a lot of those places are highly guarded with securities and officers and like Area 51 for a reason. I mean,
Yeah, man.
it's something down there they don't want us to know. So
No, yeah. I mean, it's private for a reason. They're hiding something, man. So,
yeah, for sure.
but yeah, man. But of course, I mean, like we said, dude. I mean, this weekend I was here in San Antonio, man. I was on the South Side, and I gotta say South Side. I don't know, that's how we say it, but
Uh,
you know, I was out there hanging out. The vendors, they didn't have any guest signing. I mean, this was just for like strictly for the vendors, but it was pretty cool. I had fun. Met a lot of cool people, man. Some people dressed up. Posted some photos on the Coming Soon podcast page, and group page. So those watching can definitely go back there and check them out.
Ooh, that's what's up. I
And
didn't get to
bro,
make
and
it.
of course,
I didn't get to make it that one, but I had some things going on. Big fight, big fight week. So
yeah,
big fight
man.
weekend. So I was, watching that match. But yeah, man, I heard it was pretty cool. It was good. You guys had a good time. So that's
And it was indoors, so no complaints, man. It was nice and cool.
yeah. Anytime it's indoors, man, that's a plus for me. Just say the word. It's an inside event. Okay, I'm there.
There you go, man. And bro, and of course, man. I mean, I want you to plug in a couple of things, dude. One of them, one of the next shows coming up, of course, here in San Antonio, man. It's this infamous Killer Clowns. It's going to be at the Rolling Oaks Mall and August 26th and 27th. So 2 days, man, a weekend. And of course, the people on the poster are going to be there doing photo ops, autographs. I'm going to be there. So, I'm definitely going to be having fun. My kids said they wanted to go, man. So I'm probably going to go out there with the kids and hang out. And, it's a movie that I grew up watching as a kid, and they grew up watching that because I kept them in the '80s, bro. So everything that I watched, they watched. So
They see. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's dope. You take the girls out there. And
yeah,
I'm not,
man.
I'm not into the killer clown thing, but I definitely want to still go and and kind of check it out and see what kind of fans it bring. Pretty sure fans like yourselves that grew up on those '80s those '80s
Yeah.
horrors So I'm interested to see how that's gonna turn out.
You see, man, and that's one of the things I mean, and I kind of already knew, but for me, when it comes to horror, man, I guess I am a bigger fan of horror comedy. I like humor in it just because I
Yeah,
guess that's why I'm awkward like that, dude. Like I laugh at certain things, and it's how I cope with life. It's just not funny, but it's just like what it's I express it differently, man, and it's just for me it just makes sense. I mean, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, bro. Shopping Mall was another one. Um, what was it? Night of the Comet. Another one that I love, dude. And it's just I mean, movies like that, bro. It's just. But you know what though, man? I will
you
say
like
this
what you
because
like. You like what you like, though.
yeah, bro. But you know what? And this is the reason I'm saying that is because of this movie. Like this movie, you're actually gonna be watching yourself tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
And talk to me. I saw it yesterday. Me and my girl went out there, man, and I liked it. Um, it was a psychological thriller, man. Like I mean, I like those kind of films. I mean, Smile was another one that I had
Uh-huh.
seen that was kind of along the same lines.
Yep.
And I'm not a big fan of that, but it was good. I went out there, it kept me entertained. The storyline was good, man. The jump scares, it was kind of trippy, like there's a couple parts that I was like, I didn't so much cringe on, but it's not my cup of tea, man. Literally, and it was from Australia. It's an Aussie film. A couple actors, I think you brought that up, that were from here, probably here in the U.S. or maybe they were from Australia and they came here to the U.S. for films. I don't know, but it was good though, man. Definitely worth watching. You're gonna be out there tomorrow, man. So we'll come back and give our 2 cents. See what we like, we didn't like. Um, I don't want to say there's a few things that I didn't like because I did like the movie itself, man. But there's a couple. It's just I'm not a big fan of certain things that popped out that I was just like, it just wasn't my thing. But good movie though, nonetheless, man. It was good. It was definitely better than Insidious, bro. I'll say that much, bro.
Okay.
Red
Well,
Door, man. Yeah,
we should. We're definitely excited to go see it.
yeah.
Chris and Travis. Shout out to my, my cinema, my horror movie cinema club. Jump scare. We'll definitely check it out tomorrow. But I'm all for the evolution of horror. I like all kinds of horror. I like different horror. Not too much into comedy horror. Shaun of the Dead it's probably my favorite. Shaun of the Dead is just good. I mean, comedy, regardless if you like comedy horror or not. I mean, how do you not like Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, dude, you see, and that was another one.
Idle Hand. Remember Idle Hand?
Yeah, yeah,
Idle Hand was funny, and so I do get in those I do have those times where I'm like, man, I want to laugh, but I want to see something.
yeah.
I want to see a horror movie as well. So I am a fan of comedy. I am a fan of comedy. So,
You see,
but
and
yeah, man.
Shaun of the Dead, I like, bro, because I grew up watching like English comedy shows, man. I mean, like the Benny Hill show from the reruns, of course. I grew up watching, dude, but a lot of that British comedy, and those guys are funny, bro. Like, I mean, they
Right.
definitely make the film worth it. And it was a parody, it showed a bunch of clips from I guess from other films too. But it was good though, man. It was definitely a good laugh, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed it.
And bro, I mean, and of course, man. I mean, like I said, dude. I mean, this is gonna be Killer Clowns. I mean, it's gonna be here in San Antonio. I'm excited about it, man. Another one that's coming here to Texas is gonna be this one right here, man, which is gonna be Terror Fest #2, going down in Conroe, Texas, on the October 7th and 8th. Now, this one, of course, Paul Taylor, man, somebody that
Paul
you know
Taylor.
we've already gotten to meet and hang out with. I guess sort of. We were out there at the
Yeah,
Rodeo,
we did.
and
Yeah,
I don't
cool
I don't
guy.
think we can consider him a friend. I mean, if we can, I'll hit him up for 20. I'll be like, hey man, spot me at 20, bro.
No, he's definitely not a friend, but I mean he's
No, it was a cool
you
dude
know
though, man.
a few of the celebrities we've met at these conventions that we love watching in these films. He was really fucking cool. I mean, he was
Yeah,
Danielle Harris was really cool herself, but
yeah,
we didn't get a chance to hang out with Danielle Harris as much as long as we did with Paul Taylor. Especially yourself.
yeah, bro.
I mean, you really were. It was you guys were really going at it 1-on-1. So, but Paul Taylor's a cool dude, down to earth,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
I'm definitely a big fan of Paul Taylor for sure.
No,
Not
yeah,
a friend, but he's we enjoy him associate, man. We enjoy the guy for sure.
No, yeah, man. I mean, of course, I mean, being that at the he's going to be popping up at conventions, man. I'm sure we'll see him again. Be able to hang out with him, and on that one that we went to, it was we got there somewhat early, man. So of course, it didn't start picking up till later, but I know he started getting busy, man. So that's one of the things with these conventions. Whenever these guys have time, these actors, man, I jump on there and grab what I can, bro. But sometimes, I gotta wait a little bit, but it's worth it.
It was on Mother's Day too. I remember.
Yeah, that's true, man. I forgot about that, but yeah, it was that weekend, man. And but yeah, it was fun. I mean, you got to hang out with the dude. I did talk to him a lot, one on one, and definitely got into a good conversation, man. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping. I know I was supposed to bring him back last, like I think 2 weeks ago, man. It's just timing. I gotta definitely bring him back on the podcast and just run another episode, man. Talk to the dude.
Yeah.
But bro, another one, man, and it's just things that are going on here in Texas, of course, was this one right here, bro. Tours 2023.
Here we go, some haunted houses, man.
Yeah, bro. You see, and this is one of the things. It's a tour bus. You get on there, they drive you around. Now, I'm not quite sure because I'm actually gonna have the guys on the show probably next week or the next week or so. But I'm looking forward to asking as far as if they are in Houston or if they are. I know one of the guys had moved to Dallas, so I mean we'll get that situated and definitely get a couple more questions asked because I'm gonna post a picture back up, of course. But because of course something like this, man, it's it's fun. I mean, you get on the bus, they drive you around. I mean, I like it because I don't have to drive around, so that'll be pretty cool, man. It'll definitely be worth getting out there and checking out some ghost spots, man.
I mean, that's something I definitely want to kind of get into a little bit in the next year or so myself. Like I want to get up with a team, and kind of actually go to some of go to some of these places, these notorious places in the state. I mean, outside the state in different countries, different cities, different states, different towns, and kind of get a history lesson on their urban legends and their mythological creatures and their ghosts and what's the most haunted place here and what happened. So I mean, it sounds like it's something I don't want to make a career out of anything like that, but it would be definitely something something to do. Do a few times.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, especially if you're going to be traveling. I mean, you'd be able to stop at different spots, different cities, different towns. I mean, it's a lot of history, man. The U.S., bro. I mean, people forget how many wars, how many people, suffered, how many people, passed away. I mean, not just through regular, life, but I mean, just through wars and everything else, man.
Yeah, see, I'm not too much for like the Gettysburg and all that. Like, like I know a lot of people do, but I'm more like I want to see, like I want to know where I'm more of the unexplained. Like, dang. Fuck, like that, like how did that happen? Like you telling me this really happened? Like I'm kind of more on that type of thing. So if anybody's talking about, let's go to Gettysburg, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, where the war was fought, I'm good, bro. I don't want to see them type of ghosts.
No, yeah, man, and that's true, man. Because I mean, each their own. They love that kind of stuff. Then great, man. But yeah, bro, I want to get more modern type stuff. I mean. Just here in San Antonio, man. I mean, a lot of houses where I live, actually, I mean, they were built like in the 1950s, late 1940s, man. I mean, some of these houses are old, and they're not that old, but I mean, there's a lot of history in them just for the fact that San Antonio itself, I mean, it's grown as a city. It's just what used to be downtown in the metro. Now it's like freaking way the heck out there, 1604 past. Who knows what, man? I mean,
right.
It's growing. But man, check this out, bro. Of course, one of the things that we wish we could do all the time, man, was hit up conventions. This is one of them, of course. It's going to be the Houston Horror Film Festival, and it's going to be August 11th and the 13th. And bro, actors galore, man. I mean, on this one, it is going to be
that bad boy stacked,
bro. It's going to be a whole weekend, I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so it's going to be a 3-day weekend. I mean, if they have to, it's so many guests, bro. I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, that's fun. That's a 3-day weekend. I mean, look at that list. That is. I mean, that is an all-star event.
Yeah,
Damn.
I mean the Halloween anniversary reunion, man. I mean they're gonna have a Terrifier 2,
Fire. I mean,
actor.
Urban Legend. I see Child's Play. I see The
Bro,
Fog. I mean, it goes on and on. Buffy the Buffy. Man, I love Buffy.
I know, dude. I saw that. I was like,
Yeah.
man. Well, no, man. We'll see, man. We'll see how time, scheduling and see if we can make it to one of these, man. But that one would definitely be a good one. There's gonna be a lot of actors. I mean, people that we've grown up watching, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's always good to go out there and mingle. One of the things, man, and somebody had brought this up on online. I don't know if it was one of the group pages or one of the actor pages, but they were saying how a lot of times at the convention, man, because you spend so much time in line that you end up getting to know the people in front of you, behind you, or next to you, and it's just like, man, you know what? It's true, man, because that's kind of like the whole experience is getting to know people that we've never seen, never met, and it just turns out they're from the same city, might be, might live close by, and we're like, man, here we are driving 3-4 hours, and meeting people we could have met, back home and shit. So
Yeah, it's
kind
pretty
of cool.
cool. It's definitely pretty cool. I mean, for me, man, I mean, I met some cool people at these conventions.
Yeah.
I haven't met like one bad person, except one, not the last one, two went to Bastrop. Um, those two fucking girls who were trying to jump line, but other than that, man, everybody else has always been cool, So
Oh yeah, you mean the line cutters, man?
yeah, bro, trying to jump line. It's hot for everybody out here. Like you
I
should have got
know,
here earlier.
bro. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just those childish. They did what they did, but it's just like, yeah, bro. I would have been like, get in the
Yeah,
back, man.
in the back.
But man, I mean, but yeah, for the most part, like I said, dude. I mean, even like the guests. I don't think I've ever had like a bad guest vibe. There's been a few times where I go and they just seem like they don't want to be there, man. And it's just, you know, I mean, I don't know why they go if they don't want to be there, but it's just
Right.
awkward. I don't know if they're just tired or who knows, dude. But everybody I've been able to interview, has been cool. There's a couple of ones that we missed. We got there late and we just like, didn't have time. But other than that, man, it's been pretty cool, man. Like, I mean, the
Right.
Killer Clowns one, I'm gonna try to get on. Definitely do the whole photo op. I'm gonna try to see if I can take a picture, with my kids and everybody else, and just, that'll be one for the record, man.
Nah, that'd be cool, bro. Definitely if your girls are into it, so that's dope.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, man. I mean, we talked. I mean, we talked during the week and stuff, man. But I brought that up to them, and they're like, "Yeah, man, like, let's go," and I'm sure they'll enjoy it. It's like one of the things for me, man. I mean, what they were growing up was not not keeping them from being kids, man. I mean, of course, there's rules. There's, we can't just
Right, of course, yeah.
run around inside someone's house and all that stuff. But when they came to them expressing themselves, man, I was always open for it, man, because it's just I don't want to, there was this thing, man, and I will say this, today, man, I was at work and there's this mom and she's buying like this kid, football helmet and the shoulder pads, and bro, it's hell of expensive, bro. Like the helmet was like 200 or something. The shoulder pads are like 68, $85, bro. Like it adds up, and so
Yeah,
the kid's like, yeah, it's a little kid, man, and the mom's like, obviously, I mean, it's money, bro, because I mean, my oldest plays sports, and it was like, yeah, you have to buy the equipment, the uniform. It got pricey, but it wasn't as bad as football because just the helmet alone, bro. I'm like, damn,
no,
but,
those helmets are hella expensive. I mean, I know guys that that play adult league football, semi-pro,
bro,
and I know a guy who spent a grand on a helmet.
geez,
And for me, man, growing up as a kid, I was shit, man. I was really good, So
yeah,
if my mom couldn't afford nothing, man, my coach was like, Tanya, don't even worry about it. We got it, So I was, and back then also they had a lot of stuff, that you didn't really have to buy. You paid a registration, you paid to play, you paid for accessories like gloves, and you needed cleats, of course. Face mask. I mean, not face mask, but visor
yeah,
if that's what you wanted. But for the most part, your jerseys and your pads and your shoulder pads and your pads for your pants and stuff like that, your helmet, all that stuff was supposed to be provided. But
yeah.
if I've ever had an issue, they would take care of that. But man, it was that stuff is expensive now.
Oh yeah, bro. You see, and that's the thing because the mom, she's buying this kid all this stuff, and I measured the helmet. I'm like, yeah, this one works, and this still has some room to grow. And the mom goes down and she grabs the kid and she's like, "You better not freaking quit, you know, as soon as you start playing." And I was just like, "Damn, dude!" Like I was like, "Bro, like you know what? I
He was
mean,
the
I
first,
get
and
it."
that was probably his first year ever
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
in pads. She should do the flag football thing. Like, do the flag football thing until your kids. I mean, you don't even got to stop doing it.
yeah.
Your kid makes that decision. Like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm 13. I'm 12, 13. I'm 11. I'm 11 now. Like, I want to, play contact. I want to play flag as well. Because in Texas, there's so many different leagues and youth leagues and stuff like that. You got most of these kids. They're playing youth league football and they're going straight from youth league straight to high school. They're not even playing in middle school anymore. A lot of them not. So I mean that's a pretty penny to spend for your kids' first time, playing contact sports. And normally, if they're not a stud, man, or they're not really, a physical kid, they don't like that hitting. Hell, I know
Oh
I
yeah,
did. I did
having to
that
work
for
out and exercise and all that other stuff, man. Like you said, did it be smart for them to try something else first and see if they like being out there in the sun?
flag football.
Because
Flag football is not nowhere near expensive, and it wouldn't even cost her that much money.
yeah,
Nowhere near it. All she would have had to do was buy gloves and cleats. That's
you
it.
see, and that's another thing too, because I mean, you got to buy the socks, you got to buy the Under Armour shirts, you got to buy the cleats,
Mouthpiece,
dude, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, easy
chin strap.
thousand,
The
dude.
helmet doesn't come with a chin strap. You got to buy your chin
Nah,
strap.
but it's just crazy, man. But I mean, for the most part, I mean, for me, dude, I mean, it's just kind of like the fact that she grabbed him like that and just like you better not freaking quit. And I was just like, man, like that would have just unmotivated me to freaking do anything. It's just like,
Yeah,
support these kids, man. I mean, it's expensive, but if you can't afford it, then get them in something that you can afford. There's so much stuff out there.
yeah. My mom would have done more. My mom would she would let me know. I already knew that. My mom told me you ain't quitting shit. Once you started, like, even because she never paid for anything, they always took care of it. And she still was like, you're not quitting. And she was at every practice and every game. So, but if she did spent that much money on me, and she would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have said that you better not quit. She would have said, well, we know what your ass gonna be doing for the next few months, and that's playing football. There
I
ain't no
know.
way I spent this much money for no reason. And I was,
Yeah.
and even if I didn't want to, I was like, well, I guess I'm
Yeah.
playing football. So.
No, no, for sure, man. But of course, I mean, the whole, and I wanted to bring this up also, man, because we've been talking about the Spirit Halloween. They had the grand opening over the weekend. Did you ever find out where it was at? What state?
Man, you know what? I didn't find out where it was at. I want to say it was. I
Like,
want to say it was Pennsylvania. I'll double check it. I'll double check it
yeah,
now.
bro. Because of
I'm in
course,
I'm in that group.
I mean, you've seen them out there in Austin. The banners have been popping up. I mean, here in San Antonio, man, they're already setting up. And so it's kind of like, I mean, we had talked about this earlier, man. It's kind of like the official, okay, you know what, Halloween's coming, man. And here we are at the end of July, and they're already posting up, dude. So, I mean, we've been talking about this since the beginning of the year where, the whole Halloween thing, the whole horror thing's been booming. It is getting bigger, man. I mean, a lot of people that just celebrate or just actually have fun with Halloween are actually picking up on it, man. So it's kind of like, okay, you know what? It's not just for October, man. I mean, it's year round. I mean, for us, it's year round. It's horror conventions, horror, events, movies coming up, too. So of course, whenever we see them out there, we want to jump on them and enjoy them.
Yeah, everybody hopping on the wagon. But it was in Jersey. It was in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. You said, and I was thinking New York. I was gonna say, was it out there in New York, Pennsylvania? But yeah, we're close.
New Jersey, bro. They actually did like a looks like it was like a festival and everything. I mean, they went all out for this damn movie.
Yeah, bro.
That's the
Oh yeah.
time that if you're a fan of horror, you love it. Those are the type of places you want to get to.
Yeah.
You want to live in those type of places, man,
No.
because
You see, and another thing too, man, because there's a couple of stores, man, that are year round. I mean, already, they're selling masks, they're selling horror movies, horror shirts. I mean, it's 24/7, bro. So of course, definitely
yeah,
go and support those companies too. It's a lot of smaller companies. I mean, it's not just
especially if you got
Halloween.
especially if you got the money. That's say what's about Spirit Halloween, like people being in that living in the moment and just like it's just that time. Like I feel it. And Spirit Halloween has really good prices.
Yeah,
I've walked in a few of these local places and I've seen action not even action figures but collectible toys that I wanted that was $600-700. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? But I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not. I've never walked in and was pissed off like, oh, that's ridiculous. I'll never pay that. Like, no, that's their price.
yeah,
I can't afford it, or I don't want to spend that much on a toy. So
right.
I'm not going to do it. But with Spirit Halloween, they have a lot of variety of good stuff for some damn good prices, bro. So it's
No,
hard
yeah,
to beat.
man. You see, and we had talked about like horror reaching, the markets to where it's not just shirts. I mean, they have hats, of course.
Right.
You got mugs. Somebody had posted the other day, I think at Petco or one of those pet companies, they had like the shirts for the dogs, horror, like they had like which I thought was pretty cool. But I was like, man, the heck with my dog, man. I'm buying me a shirt, man. Shoot.
Yeah. My
I'll
dog.
throw,
Forget my dog.
yeah, man. Like, give me a hat. I'm like, sure, they can
Yeah.
walk around with nothing, dude. They're good.
Forget my baby. Forget my child. Give me that hat.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Give
gonna
me,
outgrow it.
give me some
Man.
stuff. Give me some stuff. She don't know. She don't even know what it means. She
Yeah,
don't even know what she's wearing. Let me get it.
no, for sure, man. And that's one of the things. I mean, it's kind of like people talk about taking their kids, their babies, to like Fiesta, to like Disney World, Disneyland, and they're too young to even enjoy it, man. So it's like, I mean, would you take your kid like that young, bro? Would you take him and spend an extra ticket, spend an extra?
Man, Disney World. The money that people spend at Disney World a year, they can put down on a fucking payment on a condo somewhere. Like, it's crazy. Like, I would never take Penelope to Disney. Now, with Penelope, being 2.5 and as smart as she is, I mean, you can tell that that girl still remember things from last year. I mean, this kid she has a brain on her, man. But with the she's very advanced. Everybody thinks she's around 4. No, she's not. They don't think she's around 4. She's not that big. She's not that big, but she's man. The way she talks, she acts like she's 4 or 5 years old. And I would wait till Penelope's 3.
Yeah,
Maybe even 4. To take Penelope to uh, Disney World. But her being 2.5, it's a little bit too young. I always said, but sometimes, man, it can make an exception. But I see a lot of these parents taking these kids as babies. With like babies. I would do like perfect age for me would be like I would take Penelope at like 5 and up. That's perfect. I remember a lot of, I remember everything at 5, or a lot of stuff at 5. I remember that's when I, fell in love with horror movies, at 5. And I remember, peeking and being scared, and my mom like, hey, turn that off. You know what I mean? So 5, I would say is a perfect time. I wouldn't take her right now, or take her next year for sure. So
yeah, man. I mean, when they got older, I would, definitely, man. I mean, when they can enjoy it and actually, the kid, they're gonna get tired. They're gonna have to carry him, and it's just gonna be, it's like I want to go out there and have fun, man. Kids can stay with
right.
grandma, bro.
But if you got money to spend on Disney World every year, your kid gets
Yeah,
older. I mean, shit, go for it.
yeah. If you got the means, and by all means, brother, enjoy
Right,
it, bro.
go for it.
But man, I mean, of course, it's one of the things, bro. I mean, the haunted house. Let me ask you that. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't take your kid to a haunted house. I mean, nothing that
You know
where
what? I would take her to like what's it called? Scream Hollow. Scream Hollow. I
yeah,
wouldn't take her inside a haunted house, of course, but
right, right.
there's things to do. Little things to do. And you can see people walking around, and you can get funnel cake and fried Oreos. And it's different little like Scream Hollows is really good for for people and children of almost all ages, I think. But I wouldn't take her to definitely wouldn't take her inside a haunted house. But I would take her to an event more of a I would think so. Penelope, like most people take like pumpkin patch, but Penelope is the type of kid she loves spooky stuff. So I would say a spooky pumpkin patch. A pumpkin patch with not the PG-13 pumpkin patch, but the rated R pumpkin patch. For kids, not adults. That my daughter would be like, okay, I can do this. Because me and her mom, so she's growing up around it, so she knows every single one of I got the Freddy here, I got Ghostface, I got Michael, Pennywise, I got Sam, I got some more Michael things right here. Like she knows who these guys are, So
getting educated, bro.
Huh?
She's getting educated, man.
She's getting that real education.
Heck yeah, bro. And man, you know what? I don't even know if you can see it. Like, let me go this way. Remember I told you I picked up the banner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I forgot about that.
My boy wanted that, man. He wanted his banner,
bro. Shoot. And of course, there's another one I wanted, and unfortunately, I didn't get it. But I thought it was pretty cool, man. I mean, it's autographed, so of course, I have to put it in the background. But I'm gonna move it around, dude. Like I just put it up just because I wanted to unroll it. Right. It's still, you can tell it's like still rolled up from the bottom, dude. So I'm gonna wait for that to like drop down. But yeah, man. I'm gonna go after some more banners, bro. After this one, should probably even make my own and take them out there to get autographed, dude. That way I can just keep throwing them up back here, bro. Boop.
I know, but that would be dope. Make your own, and then just like with your favorite your favorite characters on there, man, and just kind of get it signed by everybody, regardless if it has anything to do with them or not, because. Me being in, this cozy little 2-bedroom, 2-2, like, I don't have room to just put banners up. It's something you have a house. You have a house. So it's something that you can do. But that's why I wouldn't be interested in any banners right now for myself because it'll just be. And I hate like packing stuff in. Just like it'll be just too much. End up being in storage. So I would, but that's a good idea, like creating your own and then just getting it signed. So I can do one. I can have one banner right here. That's perfectly fine. I can have one banner and it's just signed. I take it down every time and it's signed by, 30, 40, 50 people. I got that same fucking banner. That's a great idea. I can do that. But as far as collecting multiple ones, I can't do it right now. But that's
and then I'll probably get on that, man. I'll probably, maybe towards the end of the year, maybe even next year, man. But I mean, for me, that'll work. I mean, like you said, that way I can just keep one in the background and it's going to be there, autographed by everybody. So heck, bro.
Let me know. I'm going to get in and get me one with you.
Yeah, bro. Heck yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, bro, I mean, of course, like I said, there's these events coming up. I mean, we're going to try to keep making a more of them, a few of them. The vendors, I've been out there talking to everybody, man. I mean, they're out there being creative, selling their own, mugs, their own shirts. Something that you're actually getting into, man. I mean, you're going to be making your own shirts probably, later on this year, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to make some. I'm not going to say what kind and what I'm doing, but it'll definitely be horror related, movie related. So anybody that's looking for some, I'll definitely try my best to get them out this year. I think I will. With me being able to, travel and fight now, I think I'll be able to make that happen. So yeah, I'm excited about that, man, and I'm excited about the movies that's coming out. We got like Spider Want to See Talk to Me. I'm checking out tomorrow. We got I think up next, City's Red Door was a few weeks ago. Talk to Me. I think up next is Demeter.
Yeah, bro.
Demeter's up next. I think after Demeter we have
The Nun.
The Nun, and then we have The Exorcist, which is very interesting. And I've never seen any horror movie, especially any possession movie with two demons. Yeah. So that's I gotta go see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, oh man, that's a twist. I said, okay, cool, man.
Yeah, when Tina was watching that trailer, I was like, oh crap. Two, like they can't do anything with one. Let alone dealing with two. And where did they go? Like they went mid. Like I love that too. Like these two girls, I can't remember if they were friends or not, or if they knew each other or not. I think they were, but they all of a sudden just went missing for what, a few days, a few weeks, and then they turn up and they're
Yeah.
possessed. Like, where did they go? I gotta see this movie, dog. I gotta
No,
check.
no, you see, and that just makes you wonder, man, because just recently, I mean, there was this one kid that came out in the news that was gone for like 4 years, bro.
I seen that. Yep, I
Yeah,
seen
she
that.
was like 12, or she was, I don't know, maybe 4 or 7 years. She was gone for quite a few years, but I mean, they
Yeah.
found her, she came back, and now it's like now it's like, wow, okay, what happened, dude? Where was she? Who was she with? Like, who took her? I mean, they had asked her like doing the thing if they had harmed her or touched her, and she was like, no, they didn't harm me, they didn't do anything. But I'm still like, what?
Oh,
Where are you for six
so
years, bro? Like,
you're talking about a girl. I'm talking about a kid, a boy.
oh
Like, this
shoot,
boy
yeah, bro.
went missing. This boy went missing for like, I want to say, man, it was a long time, maybe 10 years, longer.
Yeah,
And they just found him they just found him now as a teenager, young man.
no, no, for
So,
sure, man.
yeah, so yeah, it's
You
I
see,
mean,
and I'm reading
it's
up
crazy.
my boy Gilbert, man. He put the Pope's Exorcist was good too, man. Which we both
Oh
we
yeah.
both
I
saw.
got that one on Blu-ray, and I also went to the theaters and checked it out. The Pope Exorcist was good. It was definitely, yeah, it was different too. That was
Yeah,
different. That was
oh
really
yeah,
different. I mean, that demon, that demon that possessed
bro.
that child, man. He wanted that particular priest. Like, he called him out. He wanted me. He was playing games and playing them from the jump. I mean, bro, like that. That's definitely a bang. I was telling Tina the other day. I was like, how you call yourself, you know, my horror queen, and you ain't even seen Evil Dead or the Pope Exorcist yet? And she was like, well, it's not streaming yet. I was like, I went down and picked on, like, sweetheart, they're right here. Oh, well, we like, nah, stop making excuses. I like, we own the movies. And I
Yeah,
was like, and after saying it, I was like, and don't open them. Don't
bro.
open them. You gotta go watch. You gotta go stream it somewhere. Don't open my movie. She like, see, like, you don't even want me to open your movie. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, it's been I mean, 2022 and end of 2022. Since the end of 2022, I mean, it's just been like bangers.
Yeah,
It's been bangers, and I haven't been let down yet. Well, you have. I'm pretty sure I will too by Insidious: The Red Door as well. But I haven't checked it out yet. But for the most part, since everything that's came out since 2022, I mean, from Smile, Barbarian, like, I fucking enjoyed every Terrifier, uh, except Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends was terrible last year, but when you continue and you go with Scream and
yeah,
you go with Evil Dead and the Pope's Exorcist, and we ain't even I guess we halfway through it, and we still got a shit ton of more bangers coming out. And there's a lot of them I was checking out. A lot of horror movies dropped in July, but I think it's select theaters. A lot of them that's not being advertised and stuff, like, advertised a lot right now. So it's a lot of shit that came out this month, and it's a lot of stuff that's going to come out. Of course, that's not going to be mainstream. That's going to be fucking a brilliant, be amazing movie. So
yeah,
it's
man.
it's a great time to be a horror fan, man.
Because you see, I mean, you had a well, I kind of already knew about Tubi, but you did bring that up, and I got on there because of you. And I've been on there, watching movies, bro. I've been on YouTube, just going back, watching films, a lot of indie films. Some good, some horrible, some just terrible. But
I'm just
I'm
terrible,
watching
yeah.
them, and it's just, it's just like, well, man, it's just their interpretation. So it's just like, like I said earlier, man. I mean, when it comes to some of the movies that are coming out, I'm not a big fan of that type of horror or that type of psychological thriller type. Um, Man, so okay, I saw this movie. I mean, like I mentioned, I did see Talk to Me. It's like an Aussie film, it's, filmed in Australia. I've seen international films before, man, but I don't want to say I'm a fan of international film. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of international films, but they are different though, man. They're not, you
I'm
know.
a big fan. I'm a
Yeah,
big fan of international horror. I mean, I like them, man. I
yeah,
like them. I definitely do. But yeah, man. Like, I forgot what I was just about to, kind of bring up, touching on that same subject. But yeah, bro, I absolutely like like the indies and the horror films, and it's with Tubi. You know, outside of the commercials, man, Tubi's definitely the number one spot if you're a horror movie fan, if you want to check out horror movies. Paramount has some. They don't have a huge collection, but the ones they do have are top notch. They got some top notch,
Yeah.
but they just don't have a lot. Showtime, no. Prime, Prime got a whole bunch of stuff as well. Um, Netflix, man, is just I don't get Netflix, But Netflix is king when it comes to documentaries, definitely shows and series. Like you can't touch Netflix when it comes to that. Outside of that, they can't touch too when it comes to horror movies.
No, you see, and let me ask you this though, man, because I mean, with Tubi, you do have commercials.
Tubi does have commercials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are you a fan of that? Are you
I,
okay with that? Or?
I don't like it, man, because I'm weird though. Like when I'm watching a horror movie and I got it dark, or if I don't have my lights lit, and I'm watching a really scary one, I like it dark, and I'm watching the movie, then a commercial come on about, Arby's fucking commercial about we have the meat, and they got all the, and it just brightens up the whole room. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
you just ruined everything. You know what I mean? Or if I'm trying to go to sleep on a
yeah,
horror movie and I don't want to turn the TV, I'm not quite there yet, so I don't turn the TV off. So I let the TV put me to sleep, and then a bright fucking commercial comes on. So that's just I hate that. They said Netflix is doing commercials now, but we don't I think that's like on the first level if you're paying only a certain amount. I guess we pay
yeah.
extra when we don't have to, but yeah, bro, like Tubi's two. I don't like the commercials, but Tubi's definitely great when it comes to horror movies. Tubi has some nice documentary movies. Tubi has some good horror found film footages.
Yeah.
Found film. There's a really good one on there. I think it's called Exits or Exit, and it's a Bigfoot movie. It's by far the best Bigfoot movie you'll ever see. So it's
Damn.
that one. I would say Hoax, and then I would have to go with it's not it's something hollow. It's something hollow. It's about this two couple that ignored the locals and went off in the woods and got what they were looking for. But the one called X's, if you get a chance to check it out, look at it on Tubi. It's a Bigfoot movie,
Oh,
bro.
damn, dude.
They even got the twist will blow your mind.
Nice. Heck
Twist
yeah,
will blow
bro.
your mind. And I've never seen a Bigfoot movie that was actually like. I'm like, okay, this is like the jump scares, and like this is a horror movie. Like I'm watching a horror movie here. Like
Yeah, bro. You see, and
this is
that's what I was
dope.
gonna say, man, because I get the whole Bigfoot thing, and it's kind of like, oh, they're just chasing him, and they can't, you know what I mean? But if he's out there doing like horror shit, bro, like, yeah, I want to see that, man.
That's
Cause
what that's what makes him scary. So the Bigfoot that's running away from fucking people in film, like, bro, we
yeah,
trying to record you, you running away. Like, no one's scared of that shit. No
yeah,
one's scared of that. But when you have a Bigfoot out here that's really, and I can't say anything that kind of it'll ruin the movie for you, bro.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm gonna just say that. Yeah, a Bigfoot that's actually, here to kill, here to terrorize you, like very territorial. Like you shouldn't be here. You're not gonna leave here alive. So that's the kind of shit. Like, 'cause I'm like Bigfoot. Like I'm gonna watch it because I'll check it out if I read the reviews or I hear like, oh, they got a pretty good Bigfoot movie. You should check it out. It's Bigfoot, So definitely I'll check it out. But there's so many Bigfoot movies out there I haven't checked out yet. But I have seen quite a few, and those three, especially that first one, bro. It is
Exit. I'm gonna have to check that out, man.
the next time you're off tomorrow, so
Yeah,
try it tonight, bro. Like I'm telling you, the twist, like you would have never seen it coming. You'd be like, holy shit, like that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to warn.
yeah, man.
Shit. Yeah, it was
You see,
good.
man, and that's kind of like that movie, dude. I was telling you, bro. Like this one, going back to it, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that I liked about it, and like there's a twist to it too, and you're kind of like, wow, bro, because it's like, it just kind of it throws you off, man. And it's like, I mean, a lot of times when it comes to horror movies, I'm like, oh man, that's a killer. That guy killed, and this guy, I can already, and on that one, I was just like, wow, okay, like kind of threw a little curveball at me, man. So I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, it got me, man. But
Yeah, when I was
they're
in
out
the
there, man.
theater, when I was in the theaters and seen the preview of that one, uh, and seen the preview of that one, and it started off with, them playing a game, and having something to do with the deceased, and I was like, oh shit, they already doing something they ain't got no business doing. So
Yeah, man.
me personally, as a teenager, as an adult, if we in a party and they start doing that type of game, that's
Yeah,
my cue to
yeah.
hey, I'll see y'all at the next party. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah, I'll see y'all next time.
yeah, man. But yeah, man. But of course, I mean, like we said, dude. I mean, horror's been going on. I mean, all this like from horror movies, horror stores that are 24/7, bro. I mean, Spare Halloween it's opening up, of course.
Open it up.
Probably within a week. I mean, it should be open by probably this week, man. I mean, they were setting up at the Wonderland of the Americas. But for those watching, I mean, of course, there's horror movies already. I mean, horror stores already out there. So definitely go out there, support. You know,
Yeah.
uh, if anything,
Support
at
your
least.
local, support your local horror stores, horror stores if you can afford it. And I think in a lot of other, and I think Spirit Halloween is like kind of like officially open. I think if you go in there now, for the ones that are not fully stocked, they'll tell you, yeah, you can buy what we have, but we're still waiting on a shit ton of trucks to come in.
Heck yeah,
So,
bro.
but they're open, like and they, they're open. Like the one in Jersey had their grand open this weekend. I seen the one in Austin. You seen them? Like they're open. Like you can go in there. You can go in.
Okay, yeah, good,
I've seen people in the Spirit Halloween group actually purchasing things already. Like they got a new they got a new electronic of Leatherface. I've seen him like
oh
yeah,
shit.
bro. It was cool.
Might have to put him in the back, bro.
Yeah, it was cool. You said what?
I'm gonna have to buy him and put him back here, man. They can
Bro,
be
could you imagine putting him in turning off the lights or at night and putting him in your backyard? And you
Dude.
kind of and he has a cord that stretches out that you can control him from the back port, like in the house, inside the house, so nobody can see you. And then you just hit that button and that fucker get the bro. That's
Yeah, see
crazy.
my neighbors ever come back again, man. Shoot,
Yeah.
man.
You
I was
know
posting
what
about that earlier, man, because being here, man, like people don't come by my house, bro, and it's been a while that growing up, I mean, we had family that would stop by out of nowhere, but it's like now, dude, like I get anxiety, dude. Like people knock on my door, and I'm like, who the heck is freaking like? No, I'm not expecting anybody, man.
See, look,
You
you get excited and I get mad.
know?
I'm like, don't nobody supposed to be knocking on my door. Who the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
bro. Like I
And
don't
then
like shit, Amazon. I'm like, nah, bro.
Amazon. I'm just gonna there you go.
Yeah,
Amazon.
dude. You see, and that's my girl buying out her shit, dude. I don't get anything from Amazon, bro. But she's the one
Nah,
always
me either.
ordering stuff, bro.
I don't have one thing from Amazon. It's all TikTok.
Nah, bro. Like me, I mean, I'm just like I don't even expect mail anymore these days. I'm like, shit, I don't want to see that stuff, bro.
Right.
But yeah, dude. But I mean, of course, it's either my crackhead neighbor or freaking somebody, bro. And I'm like, nah, dude. Like, don't be
Beat
knocking
it.
on my shit.
Beat it.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I guess I'd rather have him that than I never gave him my number, bro, because I couldn't, I couldn't do that either, man. So yeah, I'd rather have him come by and knock than freaking try to call me or something, dude.
Hey Mario. Like calling
Yeah,
every 5 minutes, bro.
hey, you want to buy a TV? I'm like, nah, bro. He's like, you want to buy a horror movie? I'm like, what you got?
Yeah.
Let's talk, Let's talk, man.
Let me see what you got, man. Come and step in my
Yeah.
office. Step in my office, bro.
You got a freaking what was it you said? Animatronic Leatherface. I'm like, yeah, man. What's up, dude? Let's go check it out, dude. Let me see what you
Let's
got over
go
there.
check it out. It's a guy in Buda, Texas. He posted in a group that I'm in. He was selling like he had like a long list of just things he bought from Spirit Halloween, all the electronic things, and selling them. And I was looking at some of them, and I was like, damn, bro, you have to lower the price on them things.
Yeah.
I had them for a while. Some of them was probably never used or only used once, I think, but a lot of it was. And I'm like, bro, you gotta lower the price. I think he had one of them like for like 700 or something, 750.
Yeah, man.
550, 400. I'm like, bro, nobody's gonna buy them, bro.
Nah, bro. You
You
see,
know
and
what I
that's the
mean?
thing, dude. Because when you buy stuff like that at that price, man, I mean, you're not gonna get your money back,
You're
bro.
not getting your
You
money
gotta
back,
take a
bro.
loss and
And people who do collect them and do have the money to buy them because they love to collect them,
get
they
them
already
new,
have them. They already
yeah,
have them.
or get them brand new, man, with the box
Yeah,
and
get
everything.
'em brand
It's
new.
like,
If I'm gonna pay $750 for something like that, I might as well get it fucking brand new.
yeah, oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not, I mean, I don't. I've never had anything like that. I mean, I would love to have a couple statues or in here. I mean,
Oh, it's definitely the
maybe
future.
later.
It's definitely the future. Like I seen, it's the movie. It's on Netflix. It's with Marlon Wayans, one of the Wayans brother, and it's called. I can't think of it, but it's about him, his wife, and his daughter. They move out of the ghetto
Oh, I've seen
of
that.
the city. You've seen it, right? And
Yeah,
they move out. They move to the out to
yeah.
the wooded area, the small town. What's the name of it? Anyway,
I gotta.
the guy they moved hollow something. It's something hollow. But the guy they moved next door to, their neighbor, his yard, how it was dressed up. He had werewolves in his yard and had like crazy shit. And I was like, man, look at this dude's yard. So I'm just like imagining, and Hubie Halloween also. I was just kind of like imagining like people, like the people that go all out for Halloween. And I wouldn't be one of the people that's like, I wouldn't want to go. Like I don't think I would want to go all out, but I'm not trying to like have my yard like be
Yeah.
in the newspaper, like, oh, like when you talking Halloween yards,
Yeah,
you
I
got
don't,
to.
I don't want nobody to know
Now,
where I live, bro.
if I win if I somehow like get that title for, oh, bro, you got one of the best yards I've ever seen. Oh, this is one of the best yards in the state. Then I'm gonna be like, let me see if I can get one of the best yards in the world. I mean, the country. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, man.
but I mean, to go back on your point, like I would absolutely love to decorate not just the front door, or the inside of the house. Like I would love to decorate my front and fucking backyard.
Yeah.
When I own a home one day. So that's definitely coming for me. I don't know about you,
Oh, yeah.
but that's coming for me.
Oh yeah, I mean, my thing would be like, I wouldn't want to be in the news, man, because I don't want people to know where I live, bro. I'm like, shoot, bro, freaking trying to
That's
find me.
yeah. That's another thing. People can. Well, I guess if you. Well, it won't be too bad. I mean, people, you are going to get people that are into that shit that's going to make the extra drive if you live 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes away to your house. Like, because I know it was some people like that back in Alabama. Like, people would make drives for their house. Like, we would come from the projects all the way on that side of town, 30 minutes just to go see these houses, see this particular, especially this one man house. I forgot his name. But normally, you ain't getting too many people that want to call. You ain't getting people who want to cause trouble that's looking at fucking, who have the best Halloween homes in America. Like, it's normally safe, but you're right. You're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna want to, pop up and not necessarily pop up and knock on the door. They may just do a drive by, But you will have the ones that's brave enough, like, hey, we love your, we love your home. Like, can we walk around and check it out? And if you're in that type of thing, you're like, yeah, I ain't tripping, I don't care. But you see that AK-47 right there, like, oh, trust me, like it's not only I'm ready to use it. Oh, it's not that type of party, sir. We just want to check out the decorations.
We're like, I'm cool, man. It's cool.
I'm cool.
Oh yeah,
man.
bro. Because I mean, when it comes to that, dude, like I wouldn't, it
I
wouldn't
would
be.
just want to have the best one in my block, like on my block in my neighborhood, and maybe even the best one in my town of the city. Like, oh, like Braxton has the, like when you're talking like Halloween decoration, like he has the best. And it don't necessarily have to be a lot of shit. It could be like I would do mine like I would have a graveyard. So if I'm having a graveyard, if I have a graveyard here next to this oak tree, up under this oak tree, I would also have like real live like people, that's kind of like hiding, trying to get away from zombies coming up out of that graveyard. And then over here, you move 10 yards over here, you got a werewolf, that's transformed and he's chasing some. Like it may not be a whole bunch of shit like you see, but when people come, they're like, damn, like his yard is telling a story. Like his yard is a movie. Like trying to like get like real artsy with it. Like, bro, I can't wait that I'm able to do it.
No, for sure, man. And bro, and of course, man, I mean, we wanted to jump on here, plug this in, I mean, some of the events, I mean, the people that are watching, I mean, thank you guys for following up. I mean, backtrack and watch the video and see what we talked about, man, because there's a couple of conventions coming up, not just in San Antonio, but in Texas that we're going to try to go to, or at least, talk about. But man, I mean, of course, with the fights coming up too, you're going to be busy, man. You're training, getting ready for some kickboxing action, of course, man. So, we'll bring you in. We'll bring you in when you can.
Back home in Bama. Huh? What'd you say?
No, I said, I mean, whenever you got time, I would definitely, keep doing this and jump on this, bro. Because I know, the final guys, man. I was telling you earlier, definitely gonna try to get the guys on here, man, and get all four of us and just chop it up and talk about, what's coming up. You guys
That'd
gonna
be
be
that'll definitely be good to do this week. We should hop on tomorrow. I'll get up with some topics, talk about some topics.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow, hop on tomorrow. Let's go top 10. 100 Halloween towns in the country, and let's just kind of talk, and I'll do some research and get back on here tomorrow, man.
No, for sure, brother. And of course, man, I wanted to go ahead and end the day. I mean, of course, this is the man. He unfortunately passed away, man. I'm gonna post this up. I'm gonna put some music for everybody out there, man. But of course, till next time, this is Spider Braxton Smith, my man. We're gonna be running this coming soon podcast. And of course, I wanted to show this guy, Paul Rubens, unfortunately passed away, man. So we're gonna go ahead and give him his respect. Get these guys. I was telling you earlier, man. I got these guys that are local to San Antonio, man, and of course, they allowed me to put their music out. So I'm gonna play it before we end it. For those out there, thank you for following up. Keep supporting. This is a model exclusive from here in San Antonio, and next time, follow up.